Hey friends, Shay here. So today I'm here to do my wrap up and haul. You've seen the entire haul already. I'm going to caveat that there. If you want to know all the things that I picked up this month, it was everything I picked up when I was in Tennessee and Kentucky. So I will leave that linked in the corner for you. But here's kind of a slideshow of everything I picked up and where I picked it up from. I did this while I was on my vacation, so I will let that kind of give you a brief glance of everything that I picked up. Now let's move on to statistics. So with the statistics, there were a total of 19 books read in the month of February, but I did DNF 2 of those. So I DNF'd, I did this funny thing in my journal. Izzy pointed it out to me while I was out there and I loved the idea, so I ran with it. So I now have a DNF graveyard in the back of my journal. And so I am very excited. So the 2 books that I DNF'd in the month of January were A Duchess by Midnight by Cherys Michaels, because the hero was insufferable and I could not deal with him. His behavior was unforgivable for me fairly early in the book, so I just knew that was not my book. I've read Cherys Michaels before and I really love her writing. It was just that particular hero, like I wasn't going to be able to forgive him, so that's why I DNF'd that one. And then Ruby Spencer's Whiskey Year, I also DNF'd along with May and Izzy. We all decided to kind of read that together, and it didn't go so well for us, sadly. And so we all collectively DNF'd it. I did do like a cozy reading night with friends with these 2, where we did talk a little bit more about Ruby Spencer's Whiskey Year. That is up exclusively for my members at this point. So if you're not a member, I would love for you to check that out and consider becoming one. It's a pretty low rate. I give you early access to videos and an occasional members exclusive video like this one from my trip. So as always, the link to join, you can click the button down below, or there is an actual link in the description if that's easier for you. So moving on now, my average star rating for the month of January was 4.41. And I did include my 2 6-star books of the year in that number. So I think that's why it's a little higher. But again, I also had some duds. So it was a pretty balanced reading month overall in the good category. I got really lucky. I did my one reread that was of All Roads Lead Here. So you'll see that annotation vlog maybe next. I might put it in between the Mongolog and haul or right after. I can't remember. Just so you see me in a different outfit, I might do it in the other one. I don't know. And then for Kindle Unlimited, 2 of my reads from the month of January were from Kindle Unlimited. So let's talk about formats in which I read things. So I have 5 physical books, 5 ebooks, and 7 audiobooks. I did do a lot of audiobook listening this time. I just didn't want to read with my eyeballs really till my trip. So I did a lot of audiobook reading in the first part of the month. So let's talk genres. It was a very contemporary romance heavy month. So I read 12 contemporary romances. I read 1 nonfiction, 2 fantasy, 1 fiction, and 1 paranormal romance. I consider the Dark Olympus series paranormal romance because they do have kind of a fantastical somewhat element to them. So I kind of group it there. I don't really know where to group that one otherwise. If you think I should be grouping it somewhere else, let me know. So that is kind of a look at my reading. Let me see, so there's 2 things that I did not fully talk to you about in that vlog. the Tennessee, Kentucky vlog, and then my reading vlog at the first half of the month. So if you want to know most of what I read, you'll have to check those out. But on the way home, I did finish up Tie Me Down by Melanie Harlow. I have read another book from this series previously, and I didn't quite realize that. So as I got into the book, it's like, oh, I think I know these characters. And I did from that other book. So I do think I will get more from this series. This Tie Me Down seems to be the last book in the series, because it seems like everybody else is already all coupled up and there's not any hints of another coupling. So that's my guess there. So I will have to go back and read the other two and collect them physically, because these covers are pretty cute. But I ended up giving it 4 stars. This is a single parent romance coming back and finally getting the boy next door situation kind of thing. And they both have had crushes on each other forever, mutual pining forever. She thought he had moved on with someone else. And so she got married and had a kid, and things were bad, and he was always there for her, and it was just so good. I really enjoyed it. And then the other one I did that ended up being a reread, and I didn't realize it was a reread until I was about halfway through, and that is Cupid's Bow by Brenda Jackson. This is an audio that I've had for a while, obviously, and I thought it was one I hadn't read, but I ended up rereading it, and I had a lovely time with it. It just makes me more excited to read more Brenda Jackson. I'm hoping to squeeze some more of her in the month of February. And then, just for fun, my 2 6-star reads are Role Playing by Kathy Yardley and Midnight Ruin by Katie Robert. I really loved both of those, and they just spoke to my soul in the best way. So with that said, that's everything I've got for you for this video. Thank you so much for checking this video out. If you are here just because you love me, let's leave your favorite flower emoji down below, because you should be giving flowers to anybody you would enjoy in the month of February, whether it's on the 14th or not. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.